My name is Lisa Nicole, Realtor with Century 21 Kootenay Homes in Trail, BC. I've also been known for singing and writing country music, and I couldn't be more excited to put the same amount of passion I've put into my music into helping someone find their dream home, selling or investing in real estate with modern marketing and a genuine experience. Buying a new home can be daunting and stressful, and probably one of the biggest purchases you'll ever make. I've made this home buyer's guide to prepare you for the process, so I'm going to go over 9 topics to give you some education and insight on what to expect. Once you choose your agent, you'll need to get a pre-approval letter from a lender before you can start viewing homes, but even before that, it's important here to figure out how much you want to spend and how much you can afford to spend before you start looking. Your mortgage payment will probably be your biggest expense, but we all have so many other expenses in our day-to-day lives that it's important to know what we can afford. Here are a few lending basics to help you understand what you can afford, and then we'll talk about what you'll need to get from the lender. So calculation 1, calculate the expenses you have now and subtract that number from your monthly net income, which is the amount of money your household earns on a monthly basis after taxes and deductions. The difference is how much money you have left each month after expenses, and ideally how big of a mortgage you can look at. After you've calculated that out, it's important to know that CMHC, the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, restricts homebuyers to 39% of your debt-to-income ratio to qualify for an insured mortgage. What that means is the maximum amount you can afford to spend on a home depends on these numbers and the size of your down payment you've saved. For first-time buyers, saving a down payment can be the hardest part of buying a home. Quick tip, there are government programs you can take advantage of as a first-time home buyer that offer 5 to 10% of the home's purchase price to put toward a down payment. This addition to your down payment lowers your mortgage carrying costs, making home ownership more affordable. Calculation 2, figure out the upfront costs you'll need to make the purchase. The down payment, which is the part of the home price that is paid when you make an offer to purchase. Home inspection and appraisal fees, insurance costs, including property insurance, mortgage loan insurance, etc. Land registration fee based on a percentage of the purchase price of the property. Prepaid property taxes and utility bills. You may have to reimburse the seller for bills paid in advance. Legal and notary fees, potential repairs and renovations, moving costs, and GST on the purchase price for newly built homes or on the mortgage loan insurance, if applicable. And calculation 3, now you should have an idea what you can afford. If your monthly housing costs are over 32% and your debt load would be more than 40% of your gross income, you may have trouble qualifying for a mortgage. Okay, so now we've sorted out the budget. Let's move on to the lending process. This is where you'll meet with your mortgage lender or broker to discuss your financing options and confirm that you are financially ready to buy a home. They'll talk about mortgage terms and interest rates and explain what you must do to get approved for a mortgage. And ideally, you'll want to get pre-approved before you start looking for a home. This way you're not falling in love with homes that you simply can't afford. Keep in mind, pre-approval is not a guarantee, but more of a starting point. Here I want to leave you with a few terms that will be good to know. Amortization period, mortgage term, payment schedule, types of interest rates, fixed rate, variable rate, an open mortgage, closed mortgage, down payment, and mortgage loan insurance. And don't forget you have access to all of this, so you can always go back and refer, or even just send me an email or a text if you have any questions. Okay, yay! So now you've budgeted everything out, you've been pre-approved, we're getting closer to the fun stuff. Quick tip number 2, know your credit score. Lenders and brokers will look at your credit history when deciding whether or not to approve you on your mortgage. Before you apply, it's a good idea to get a copy of your credit report to make sure there aren't any mistakes or surprises. Okay, topic 3, defining your home needs. Understanding what your needs are in a home is the next big step. In the buyer's guide that I've included in this workshop, I have a worksheet that you can print and fill out to help you narrow down what you want and need in a home. Some things you want to consider when starting your home search are location. Do you want to live downtown or in the country, close to schools or public transit? Style, do you love rancher homes or 3 stories, a wraparound deck or a big yard? Is a basement or a garage important? Size, who's taking space here? Do you need extra bedrooms, office space, a man cave, big closet for all your clothes and shoes? Duh. Or maybe you need some space for ski gear. Special features. It gets pretty hot here in the Kootenays, so maybe AC or pool are a must. In the winter, do you love staying cozy with wood heat? Or maybe green and energy efficiency is essential. On to the home buying team. Who exactly do you need to help you during this time? A trusted realtor can help you find a home, tell you about the community, make an offer for you, and negotiate the best deal. They can also help you find qualified professionals to fill all the other positions on your team. When looking for a realtor, don't be afraid to ask questions. Normally, the seller pays a commission to the agent, but some agents also charge their buyers for their services. Lender or mortgage broker. There are many lending sources for mortgages, including banks, trust companies, and credit unions. Each offers different terms and options, so be sure to shop around. Mortgage brokers can be a good resource as they can work with more than one lender. So ask your realtor for lender or broker recommendations. An appraiser can make sure you don't pay too much by telling you how much the property is worth before you make an offer. In some cases, your lender may ask for an appraisal before approving you for a mortgage. Home inspector. Whether you're buying a new or resale home, you should have it inspected by a professional home inspector. They will assess the condition of the house and tell you if any major repairs or replacements are needed. Insurance broker. You will need property insurance to cover the replacement cost of your home and its contents in case of loss. It is also a good idea to get mortgage life insurance, which will protect your family if you die before your mortgage is paid off. Lawyer or notary. This person will protect your legal interests. A lawyer or notary will review all contracts before you sign them, especially the offer to purchase. And again, back to the first person, your realtor. They will have recommendations for all of these professionals if you need any help in this direction. I told you we were going to get to the fun stuff. We are on to home search. Now that you have narrowed down what you want in a home, it's time for you to start the search. The first thing you want to do is sit down with your realtor and talk to them about your budget and what you want in your home. The most reliable search you can do is have them set you up with a custom search. Your agent can set up the results so that you get them daily to make sure you're getting the newest listings that are hitting the market. Once you find a home that you want to see, jump on the opportunity to see it, especially in this fast-moving market. Your agent will go along with you to show you this home, and when you find the one, you will know. Don't let anyone pressure you into the process, especially when this is the funnest part, so enjoy it. Once you have found the one, it's time to put in an offer to purchase your home. Your agent will run comparable properties that have recently sold within the home's neighborhood so that you can strategize how much you're willing to offer on the home. Together, you and your agent will go through each page of the contract and discuss your offer, any conditions you may have, as well as any additional details that you want to add into the contract. It's a good idea to remember that the more conditions you put into the contract, the less favorable your offer will be. If the condition is not met, then the buyer has the option of backing out of the contract. A couple examples of conditions are a home inspection or the approval of financing, property insurance, title. A few more important parts of the contract are, of course, the purchase price, amount of your deposit, which is different than your down payment. This deposit shows the seller that you have the intent to purchase this home. If the contract is canceled because the buyer can't get financing, they usually get their money back. If there's a breach of contract, though, the buyer may lose their money. Also included in the contract are any extra items you'd like to keep, such as curtains or appliances, as well as the date the offer expires and the closing date. One more thing to keep in mind are if there is a tenancy, as they have 2 months notice to move out unless you can come to a mutual agreement to end the tenancy in writing. Inspection, repairs, appraisal. On your contract, you specified a number of days you would have your inspection completed. Typically, the inspection should be scheduled to happen within 5 business days. Your agent will be able to recommend trustworthy inspectors, but you are always welcome and encouraged to do your own research when choosing your inspector. Your inspector will have the report to you as quickly as possible, typically within 24 hours. Together, you and your agent will read through the report and put together a list of repairs that you are requesting be fixed by the seller before you take ownership of the home. Depending on what needs repairing, this could be a negotiation tactic. Appraisal. Your lender is also going to order an appraisal. An appraisal is an unbiased, professional opinion of the value of your home you want to purchase. In order for the loan to be approved, the assessed value of the home must meet or exceed the offer you agreed on with the home seller. If for some reason an appraisal comes back lower than the contract price, your lender may decrease the amount you can borrow. In this case, you'll either have to come up with more out of pocket or see if the seller will lower their asking price. Accepted offer. Once the offer has been accepted and signed by both parties, your agent will help you go through the next steps. This is where your lender or broker finalize the details of your mortgage and your lawyer or notary handles all the paperwork. Quick tip again, don't forget to change your address. Yay, it's finally here. You are now an official homeowner. All of the paperwork is signed and the money has been transferred to the seller. It's time for the most exciting part. The keys will be handed over and you are almost ready to start moving into your new home. But first, you and your agent will do one final walkthrough of the home. You want to do this as close to the closing as possible. During this walkthrough, you want to make sure that nothing new is damaged, everything you agreed on in the contract is conveyed, such as appliances, and that all the repairs that you requested have been done. Woo! We made it! You are now a home buying pro. If you're ready to get started on your home search, I would be thrilled to work with you. Thank you so much for spending time with me and learning about how to buy a home here in the Kootenays. I am always available for questions, and I will follow up with you within the next day or so to see if you have any specific questions about the home buying process. In the meantime, you can always reach me via email at lisa.nicole@century21.ca, or you can call or text me at 778-554-9289. I can't wait to take you from one stage to the next.